Hey, oh, cameras are messed up on this one. We got to go to the other one. That's right. Hey guys, welcome back. We're going into part 2 of episode 8,
There we
I
go.
think. Oh, okay, he fixed it. He got it fixed. Cool.
Woo!
So we'll start out. I don't need to use the map until a little bit later. Whenever we get to rolls, whenever we have to switch back, while I'm explaining it, I'll mess with that. That other scene. This one's still good. Actually, Achilles, will you yep. There we go. Perfect. It fixes itself. Awesome. So yeah. One thing, right before the mayor leaves you, he says that if you guys don't have any plans, be sure to check out, what is the name of these? Be sure to check out the first statue, just kind of one of those sites that you got to see while you're here. And also check out the Cemetery of Sacrifice. It's one of those things that it's pretty nerve-wracking and kind of scary, actually. But it's definitely worth the time if you've got it. So, yeah, he's like, but again, yeah, guys, 4 days and we'll be headed out. If it's any quicker, any longer, I'll be sure to let you know. But I hope to have this resolved pretty quickly, as it is an urgent matter. So, I bid you guys farewell. Enjoy living like a king.
Fancy.
So, yeah, guys, this is all on you now. Where are you guys going? What are you trying to do? What are you wanting to do in this magnificent city? Are you staying in the rich district? Are you going back down to the lower district? What's the plan?
I'm probably gonna talk to them about, because we still have the whole, got to steal a staff kind of thing. We are here for a reason.
Okay.
As soon as I would probably, as long as we stay grouped, nobody tries to walk away, and then hit the mayor's out of earshot. I would probably, my comrades we're here for business, and I would not want to delay that any further.
Right.
I do believe the wizard Orist told us that he would have a contact in town for us. I do not know how to find that contact nor anything about him, but
How do you guys respond?
Father White, my fellow comrades, do we know any way that we can contact them?
I don't believe he gave us any way of contacting them, just that he would be in contact with us, I believe.
Maybe if we think really hard, we can get in contact with him.
maybe if we had some way to contact the wizard.
Was that a bluff? Was that a bluff? Hold on. Was that a bluff?
No. No.
Only someone had a magic ring to contact this
Magic
wizard.
Does that
cock ring
count-
contact.
Rich, does that count as a bluff?
No, it does not. Not in my
Okay.
head, at least. If he's trying to bluff, cool. But I mean, to me, he's just making his intelligence statement,
It's a normal.
his wise
Ask
statement.
My
content.
intelligence.
By my-
Trying to be smart about it.
But Breezy, Bree, you're actually probably, knowing you and your fascination with the stone, you're actually probably still fascinated. You've never been this close to the actual castle. You've seen it obviously when you pass through to go into the human territory. But yeah, like this is the by my beard moment.
By my beard.
Yeah, the doors are made of the finest elven wood, decorated with gems,
elves.
stones, everything.
Pees on the
Rubies.
doors, licks the walls.
I'm gonna go up to the doors and be like, "How is this structurally sound? These gems can never hold back a troll."
This couldn't stop a hammer.
Oh, I
this
mean, a
one.
brick wall stopped his hammer.
A freaking hedge fence stopped me.
Fair enough.
He's dinging himself here, guys. Let's just roll with it.
So yeah, what do you? Yeah, I mean, Father White mentioned it. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves. What do you guys? You guys are. Sounds like Father White's trying to get the thing with Oris done. What's your plan?
If we do not know a way for them to contact for us to contact them, I have no doubt that they will contact us. So, and it's like late. It's like 10 p.m. You said.
It's later. It's probably
It's at 12
dusk.
hours, right?
It's about 6 p.m. You guys left at like 7:30 in the morning. It was roughly about 12 hours. You got there early, so it's about 6:30. We'll say 6:30 or 7.
I would suggest that maybe this evening we make our own ways, and then tomorrow morning maybe meet at one of the landmarks that the mayor had mentioned to us, and then we can go from there.
Agreed.
Okay. Also, I mean, you may not know how to get in contact with someone, but you do technically know where you're supposed to get the item at least.
True.
Yeah, then I would suggest we meet tomorrow morning and go for there.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's 7 o'clock. You guys gonna kind of just look around town, kind of?
Yeah, I was gonna wander.
I'm gonna say this. It's a very
is gonna kick in here.
yeah, it's a very beautiful city. Again, this is literally the best that this continent has to offer, and very few people actually get to be this close to it. Most are stuck in the middle district or in the small the poor district. Some of you just see it passing. So to be this close, it's definitely kind of holy shit. I'm actually here. That's kind of crazy. It's like the first time you go to Disney World as a 6-year-old.
Oh my God.
It's the craziest thing.
Some of us didn't get to do that.
I didn't.
Never went
I
there.
haven't even been to Disneyland.
Some of us were too busy trying on other women.
Oh God.
At 6
all right,
years old.
I'm gonna
Started young.
start from the
We
bottom
not.
how we-
Can we not?
So I'm gonna go find a blacksmith.
Okay.
I'm looking for the armor smith.
I'm gonna take a trip. Well, I'm trying to find out where the cemetery of sacrifice and the first statue are.
Staffsmith.
Okay. So
Is that
it sounds like everyone's somewhat going in a different direction. Is anyone going together to anywhere? Okay.
I would
Well,
assume
Unless someone's
that
going with.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on. What,
Armor
Bree, what are you
smith
looking to
together.
do?
fix my hammer.
Okay, yeah, that's different from
Yeah. Well, I would assume that the armor smith and the weaponsmith would be next to each other, or at least
No.
nearby. They wouldn't be in even the same sector or section or whatever.
Well, I'm searching.
They'd be
in the
somewhat close, but
hierarchy.
again, everything's huge. You know,
Yeah.
It's no longer just hey, these people focus on certain areas. It's no longer hey, this is an armor smith. There's a light armor sword. There's a medium armor. There's a heavy armor. There's a swords. There's a hammers. There's light blades. There's every sword. This is an area where it's focused. You know,
But
it's
so
the
take a look
ice
at the
grade.
map real quick. I would assume, this is just me assuming, like this right here, this sector would be like weapons, and like this sector right here would be armor. Like this area, like the area here
Yeah.
would be a certain type of thing. So like if he's going for armor, it's the rough like it's this
Yeah, the portion of it's a certain side, certain portion. So probably like the west side of town of the capital city is probably going to be your shops. The northern side's probably going to be like the taverns, places like that. Southern side's more or less where the houses are going to be, and then on the east side is where the White Council is, your cemetery, the first statue, stuff like that.
How do I erase?
What?
How do I erase?
I don't know. I can get rid of it. This one I've not drawn on, so
How do I erase something?
I need to figure out actually how to do that. What the fuck is erase? Clear drawings. On the current layer, clear. There we go. We're good.
So like Kane and I would be somewhat going in the same area, like for at least the initial half of getting to that sector. And then-
Okay.
To the district, that's what I was saying. Not sector, district, yeah.
Right. So you guys initially start traveling together. Father White, what were you trying to do? Go.
I would try to find
inquire.
out where these places are.
Okay. Okay.
And then, just prepare for tomorrow. And then I would make my way to the monastery.
Okay. Like the Temple of Ogma monastery thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
where I'm from.
Yep. I gotta open that up here in just a second to see the actual name of it. And Warren, you said you are doing just kind of going around marveling at everything.
Yeah, I'm more just wandering around the town, seeing the people.
Okay. So let's go. You know what? Let's go and roll a d20 to see who goes first. Achilles, Bree, you decide between the two of you who rolls for you. You guys are kind of doing the same thing. And then once we get to you guys, I'll have you guys roll to see who actually goes first. So everyone just roll a d20. Highest goes first.
I should stop rolling.
You should definitely stop rolling today. At least you're getting them all out now.
Dude.
Dude, he's rolled. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Get them all out of the way now.
All right, so Father White, where are you going to go to try to inquire about this? I mean, you got guards few and far between. You got, it's kind of late, but it's not too late that people are stuck in a tavern or, they're not in their houses, things like that. There's still people walking around, but it's definitely not crazy busy.
I would probably just inquire one of the guards. I figure they're the most familiar with the city.
All right, so
Probably still sober.
Yeah, you see the guard. Guards are kind of like the same in the first district. They're very evenly spaced out, but there's definitely a lot less than the first district, and definitely a lot less than the middle district. You can tell probably a lot of crime does not happen here, or if it does, it's very easily dealt with. So you see a guard. He's holding a shield, and he's got it like held up, like kind of like protecting his upper torso, and he has like a spear with the pointy end at the top, and
sticking down.
Yeah, and then with it planted in the ground. So yeah, you walk up to him.
Sir Guard, may I have a moment?
What can I do for you?
I was I'm in the city, this part of the city, on business, and one of my associates told me I should visit the Cemetery of Sacrifice and the first statue. Is there any way that you could tell me where they are, or I could find any kind of map? Or
they're on the east side of town. Follow this road, 3 blocks.
Thank you very much.
And like he doesn't like look at you. He doesn't make eye contact. He doesn't nod. Doesn't do any gesture. He just stands very like as still as he can when he's talking to you.
Like the British guards with the cool
Like
hats?
the British guards, yes.
Awesome.
So yeah,
I'll just make a mental note of that from where I am, and then I'll make my way to the temple.
Okay. Let's say the temple. It's gonna be like in between the northern and the western district, so it's gonna be like in the northwest area. So yeah, if you want to head up there, you can. Are you trying to do anything in particular, or are you just trying to kind of revisit and more or less
revisit? And I was gonna stay there for the evening.
And is this the one you were grown up in and taught in?
Yeah.
Or okay. So give me 1 second here. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna pop open your.
Wait, so how do you not remember how to get there?
It's been.
I've never been in this side of the city.
Oh, okay.
It's been a very.
We're not allowed in the cool places.
Sorry.
No, you're good, man. Let me go and pop this out.
Sarcastically apologizing to.
Oh, okay.
I can't come into these cool places.
So this is called the Tumlin Monastery, correct? Is it Tumlin or Tumlin? Tumlin.
Tumlin.
Tumlin. Okay. Tumlin Monastery. Yeah, it's been quite some time since you've been here. I'm assuming you left on like a pilgrimage. Was it like 4 years ago? Okay. So yeah, it's been a little bit since you've been here, and it still looks like it's still in really good condition. When you get there, I mean, it's lit up. You got some pedestals that have fires going, some torches, stuff like that. I'm assuming you're gonna go inside.
Yep.
Yep. So you go inside, and you actually see quite a few people inside of this, inside this monastery. It's built again it's basically the Temple of Agma, and yeah, there's a lot of people praying. There's a lot of people conversing and stuff like that. What would you like to do?
I would probably try to find my my grandfather, see if he's still around, or anyone that I would recognize.
Okay. So you're gonna see. Let's say you end up seeing a good friend of your grandfather's. And what was your grandfather's friend's name?
Charlie Day? I don't know.
Charlie Day. All right. So you see Father, is it you want to call him Father Charlie or Father Day?
Father Day.
Father Day.
We all
right.
have ambiguous names.
Father
And
Day.
all right,
Father
so
Night.
you see Father Day, and he appears to be talking, but it's to another person in the same robes as he, and yeah. Let's see if he notices you first. He does. He notices you first, and he actually is almost ecstatic. He walks up to you with a purpose. You kind of see him coming, but it kind of catches you off guard because it's like right at the last second. And he's like, Father White, is that you?
Yes, Father, it is.
It's been what, 4 years? It's been like 4 years now, hasn't it?
It has been far too long. I apologize for my absence.
Oh, it's good to see you. Don't apologize. And like he's like holding you by like your shoulders, and like he pulls you in for a hug, type thing.
Butt touch.
What brings you back to the capital?
I'm here on a mission of hopeful goodwill. If everything goes out well, it's a long story. It was a long journey. But I'm really here mostly just only for a couple days, and then I must leave again. I wondered if you could bed me here and just provide me for some shelter for the couple days.
Absolutely, you're always welcome here. We trust your judgment, of course. It sounds like you're contemplating and maybe going through a rough time. The father's here at the Toonland Monastery. We always support you, and if you ever need anything, need some guidance, let us know. Be more than happy to help guide you, on your path. But you're always welcome here. Have you seen your grandfather yet?
I was just getting to inquire.
Oh no, yeah, he's actually in the back.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Joke's on you,
Sucker
bitch.
slaps me in the face. Get out of here.
Does your grandfather have a name, or is it just grandfather?
He'd probably be just grandfather
We'll just
to
call
me.
him grandfather.
Father,
Yeah,
father,
he's like your grandfather is actually in the back. He's been back there for about 30 or 40 minutes. He should still be back there. I don't think he was going to sleep or leaving to go grab food or anything. So yeah, don't let me waste your time. Go. He's probably waiting to see you. Didn't even know we didn't even know you were coming. So please.
Well, I'm terrible at sending letters, so.
So yeah, he's gonna kind of just like move out of the way and motion you to the back door. Like where.
Thank you, Father Day, and I'll make my leave.
Of course. Make sure you say goodbye.
Union.
Of course.
And then, so yeah, you go into the back, and when you open up the door, there's a kind of like another hallway of doors, but you probably know which one your father's is. It's room number 6. No.
It runs in the family.
It's probably, yeah. I mean, you're gonna know which one it is. There's probably like 9, 10 doors on each side. You probably go down halfway down the hall. It's the 4th or 5th door on the right. When you open up the door, you see your grandfather kind of sitting at a desk, writing a letter. Do you knock, or I guess I should say, are you gonna knock? Or are you just gonna kind of?
I'd knock.
You're gonna
fucking kick the door down.
Sup, Grandpa?
Sup, Grandpa? Fucking sprint tackle him over the desk. Sup, you old bitch? Put him in a headlock.
So yeah, he's sitting there. Yeah, he's like, come in.
Open slowly. Grandfather.
And like it kind of catches him off guard when he's used to hearing father, not grandfather. And he stops writing and looks up at you. What are you doing here? I wasn't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to come here either, Grandfather. I apologize for intruding.
Oh, it's good to see you. And he gets out of his chair, walks around his desk, and comes over to give you a hug. And is life treating you well? You seem to be pretty fit still. How goes the pilgrimage?
I have found what I needed, but nothing has come of it yet. I found what the ancestors told me to seek, and I've found the tree, I found the boulder, and I have found the demon, but I've seemed to lost where they were going, or I still haven't found any clues, Grandfather. I apologize.
Oh, don't
I know
be
it's
sorry.
been a long time.
Don't be sorry. I know our ancestors don't always agree with one another. They're always trying to give us, one says this, the other one says this. So they sometimes do lead us astray, but that is part of our path. I hope that I pray that they give you correct information and hopefully, lead us to at least some kind of answer for how this happened or why this happened, and hopefully we can maybe get rid of this curse bestowed upon us.
Grandfather, I do have ill news.
And he kind of steps back, just half a step, not much. Okay. And he just kind of.
I'm not in the city with the best intentions. I've been sent here by a foul man to steal something from the White Council.
And when you say that, he doesn't give you I'm mad at you or disappointed that look. He kind of he turns around and walks to his desk. I don't know why I keep saying desks. Walks to his desk, kind of puts a hand on the corner. First of all, I mean, I don't even know how you would get into the White Council. I mean, only magical users are allowed in. I guess maybe you can talk your way in. Normally a man of cloth is normally welcome, but very few outside of magical capabilities have set foot inside the White Council. What put you on this path, my son?
The devil of which I speak of is a young girl, a tiefling, and I do believe he has clouded her mind, and if I'm in any way going to get her back and try to help her, save her, I do believe I need to do this for him.
Well, as we told you the first time that you left, we always trust your judgment. It may seem ill at the moment, but as long as your intentions are true, and I think it'll all work out in the end. It may seem ill at the time, but I think I trust in you to do the right thing in the end. I believe you're gonna do good, not only by this tiefling you speak of, but hopefully maybe rid this world in a justice way. I don't know how to say that, of this evil man that you speak of.
But the only thing that I do request if anything goes wrong, do not get involved. I do not wish to bring any ill will down upon the monastery for my actions.
Of course, my son. How long are you just getting in, or I mean?
We're just arriving and we leave in 4 days' time. We leave on the 20th. On the 20th, right?
Yeah, you leave on the 20th in the morning.
In the morning of the 20th.
So we do have a couple days to, talk. Get to just kind of catch up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome.
I'll spend as much time in the monastery here as I'm able.
That's great news. It's so good to see you. And if I've not eaten yet, would you like to go grab a bite to eat?
Of course.
Okay. And with that, he'll take you to a fine establishment. And you guys will probably have an
Applebee's.
Yeah, exactly. From like a 1999 Applebee's when it was still really delicious.
You get whatever you want off the kids menu.
But yeah, we'll assume that you guys kind of catch up.
Yeah.
Kind of, he asks about your adventure so far, and besides all this that's recently happened, what else is you've been
negative.
Going through. Yeah. Tell me about the positives and the things that you've learned, and we'll see. Things like that. Raru, I believe you rolled the second highest, which is kind of crazy with the 5.
Right. Quick question: is there a bard school, a place where bards can learn in this giant capital?
Now, when you say
bards, and bards.
Bard University.
Are you looking more or less for the magical side, or are you looking for more or less the actual performance and being a performer?
Well, it's the place where the masters would take the apprentices to learn and all that, kind of like the central gathering area or something like that.
If it's teaching people how to be a bard, or more or less develop their bard skills. They're normally something that are just kind of
Right. Yeah, I figured
gained.
like
They're not.
there.
You can't really teach it. It's more or less. It just happened to you. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It naturally came to you. That'd probably actually be the White Council.
Okay.
That's where your masters are going to be. But there's going to be bards in almost every tavern. So.
Yeah, I'll just stick to walking around then. I'll probably keep like in the back of my mind, not like forcibly like actively looking for it, but like a library somewhere where learn some more.
Okay.
Just kind
Absolutely.
of like looking for that.
Absolutely. All right. So yeah, I mean, you're walking around the town, and again, every shop's pretty evenly spaced out. There's some nice space in between. The shops are looking really fancy. There's some are made out of stone, some are made out of, well-developed wood, well-cut wood, not well-developed. It's really a sight to see. And I mean, if you're looking for a library, there's definitely a library. It'll take you a little bit to find it, of course. Let's roll just a d30 to see how long it takes you. D30 plus 10. It's going to take you at least 10 minutes to find it. I should probably switch over to rolls, actually. I need to switch. I need to fix this anyways.
16 minutes.
Yeah, it took you 16 minutes to find this. To find this library. What are you looking for in the library? You said you're trying to further your knowledge. Further your knowledge on what?
Probably more stuff like just more about the town, and then on the side note stuff about the White Council, since I know we'll be going there, seeing if they have any books on like the building where it's at or the people that are there. Trying to learn more about it. The White Council.
For the White Council? Okay. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you walk in, you see a couple receptionists. Do you ask them, or do you just kind of go looking for yourself? Okay, you're gonna ask them. All right. So yeah, you walk up. There's three ladies. Looks like one elven lady, and two human ladies, and then there's also actually a dwarven male as well, kind of looking after the library. You approach, and one of the ladies is like, "What can I do for you today, sir?"
I was wondering if you had any books on the White Council and the kind of like the main people who run it.
We do. They're very rare. The White Council really likes to make sure that they kind of keep their things kind of quiet, secret, things like that. They don't like everyone kind of trying to learn about them. It's just kind of their thing. We've got some books, a small section, but if you're trying to, I mean, it'll teach you the more or less their intentions and their history. You could probably find it. Oh, where's that section at? And she looks at like one of the other receptionists, and she's gonna I believe it's actually in the far back row 11, on the left side. So, and yeah, she's like, well, there you go. That's apparently that's where it's gonna be at.
Do you also have any books on the towns, the capital's history?
I do. We do actually. We have many of those. Those will actually be row 3. Pretty much the entire row is just straight up the council's history. Obviously written from very different perspectives. You got dwarven perspectives, elven perspectives. All are very well written. There's going to maybe some contradicting information, of course, but it's normally about the thought and the way people see things that is what we really care about here. So yeah, just take that take that as
thank you, good lady.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, do you mind me asking where you hail from? We just don't see a lot of gnomes in the area. It's a pleasure.
We never discussed the name for my town.
You can
tell them you follow the Yellow Brick Road here.
Oh, if you want, you can kind of just.
Tell, duh.
If you want, we can make up one right now, or
yeah, that's fine.
However you want to do it.
Hey, Rich, you know the cams are a little wonky, right?
Yeah, I'm fixing them right now.
Okay, cool.
At least
we can.
They should be.
We can make one up right now. Or actually, yeah, let's do that.
All right. Choose. You said you were probably going to be more elven land, correct?
Yeah, it's probably more towards the elven lands, but still kind of in the middle of the human and the elven. just more over, since I am a forest gnome, it'd be more in the forests of the
Right.
Elven land.
Right.
Forest, no, in the rock.
The Bronx of the forest.
So let's go to let's move over real quick
real
and
hard.
Robert, let's zoom in on the map so we can see. There's a couple cities. Maybe you said you're kind of in between the human and the elves. I don't know why Robert's camera didn't show up there. So I mean, you can look at. I would think more elven, maybe El Shara, or right outside Felranqua. That's, I don't know how to say that. Felranqua.
That's pretty good.
Right out
Yeah.
south, maybe southwest of that. Pretty close
Yeah.
to the human territory. So yeah, if you wanna do that one, you can. There we go. Got it
Those
the
two.
best I could there. All right, camera should be a little bit better now. That was the one that got messed up because I fixed it to 4 cameras earlier, and now Robert's got his cam back on. So yeah, I had to fix that. So yeah, we'll say you come from just outside southwest of Felranqua. So yeah,
Sure.
she just kind of, we don't get many of you around. It's always nice to learn a little bit about you. Where do you hail from? Are there a bunch of you there, or?
It's a small town. We're southwest of Falranqua, the Elven town.
Yes, I'm very familiar.
We're kind of more secretive about it with my town because we don't want any raiders or anything bad happening. So I can't give too big of specifics, but
Fair enough. Yeah, it's always a pleasure meeting, and conversing with your kind. They always seem to be nice. Very rarely do I see one that's very rude, like our dwarven friends over here. And as she's chuckling, and you see the male dwarf kind of just stare at her, because gives that that fake laugh. So yeah,
Flips her off.
if you need any help or anything with finding the books, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to help you out.
thank you.
Okay, so yeah, what are you doing?
I'd probably
Get
go
her
straight.
number.
No,
Oh, come on.
I'd probably go straight for
Quickie,
row
get a
11
quickie,
to get
Get a
the
quickie.
find the White Council book.
Okay,
That one's more pressing than the history on the capital.
okay, roll a d20, and we'll see. How I guess so. You got found a pretty good book. So what exactly are you just trying to learn about the White? What are you trying to figure out about the White Council here?
More or less, like I was trying to find more on the kind of like the infrastructure, see if there was any like hidden entrances or weak spots. But more, yes,
So
like
you're looking for
basic
blueprints,
knowledge,
or
but yeah,
It's like Ocean's 11. Got the
right? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, what the fuck?
basic knowledge,
Mission
but yeah,
Impossible.
also on the structure of where they're at.
Okay.
Are there any air ducts?
So you find a book, and it doesn't actually. I'll tell you right now, you're never going to find a book that talks about the structure and how it's built. It does talk about how it's very well guarded, defended, not by people, but more or less by wards for those that do try to intrude and trespass on the territory. It's it's surrounded by an iron gate and mainly protective wards. The White Council consists of 3 members, one of each race, and each one specializing more or less in a different path of magic. It does. Where's it at? It mentions a human wizard named Philip Raker, an elven sorcerer named Jandar Baldris, and a Dwarven female named Dwarven paladin, named Bavlia Frostcoat. That talks about how those are the counselors, and that it doesn't have a lot of workers, I guess is the word you would use, but more or less a lot of apprentices. That's how they kind of guard their stuff, is through apprenticeship. They teach them to defend and cast wards and stuff like that. And that if things ever get bad enough, you've got your teachers and then your counselors mainly. So But it also does state that same thing Magic heard, that normally Magic users are the only ones actually allowed in. So very few people that don't possess any Magic ability have been allowed in to the White Council.
Sucks to suck, doesn't it, Bree?
I mean, he technically has magical capabilities.
No, that's true. He does.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm the only one that doesn't.
Yeah. See, I think you're actually the only one. But I mean, they may be willing to hear you out if you're, a man of cloth. You have no evil intentions, obviously. So.
For the most part.
The old silver-tongued Father White, not the brute Father White, Silver White.
Breezy, look
Just
at Twitch
Hulk
chat for
out.
me. I didn't want to type that actually. I could have, but I didn't want to type that in FourPlay. I actually have an idea for it, so why I'm asking. Okay. So, yeah, Warren, let's say it takes you probably about 45 minutes to kind of gather and take in all the information. If you would like to go for another book, you can, but if you want, it's up to you.
I'd probably find a general one on the capital's history.
Okay. It talks about how Bela Chulish is actually the first place that the dwarves and elves originally met. Yeah, they kind of set up shop here after the war. The war was called the War of the Blind. The dwarves and elves agreed to set up a main city between the two of them, not only to be the main capital of the world, but also to be the place to honor their dead. The capital city prospered for many years. Every once in a while, be a conflict, obviously, between the two. But they always understood that the war was not really the way they wanted to go, because it's just it's just people having differences, and they don't see the reason to have thousands of lives thrown away like the very first time. Yeah, it's been around for quite some time. Whenever they first met, I mean, this city's probably about, I think it's like expanded, and dwarves took like 200 years. Yeah, it's about like 1,000 years old. This city actually is. So it's been around for quite some time. Elven and Dwarven time, it's only like two generations, I think.
Yeah.
One or two generations, where humans actually came into the page a lot later.
Like Mass Effect.
Basically, humans, they've only been around.
We fucked everything up.
They've only been around for a couple hundred years.
Look at what we've done.
Yay!
And yeah, the humans kind of came in, and the elves and dwarves were at first kind of iffy about taking it on a human counselor to help kind of foresee over the humans and speak for the humans. But yeah, they are very alarmed about the reproduction rate of humans. But then they the human brought up a valid point that the reason we have reproduced more is because we live 4 or 5 times less than you do. You live to be 300, 400, 500, 600 years old. We live to be, at most, a healthy one of us lives to be 90 to 100 years old. And so, I mean, they've not had too much of an issue with the reproduction. They, as long as they stay in their part, and they're not trying to look to invade or anything. Of course, they don't have any problem. So, it's been a pretty prospering capital for quite some time. Again, it's the very first meeting place for actually all 3 races. The dwarves and elves met, and they were around for quite some time. Then the humans kind of popped up, and they've been welcomed. I want to say with open arms, but it was pretty easy for them to actually gain a spot on the counselor. Yeah, I guess the council. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's the basis of the knowledge background of Bela Chulish. So, any other books, any other information you're looking for, or
For tonight, I'd probably I'll probably walk around a little bit more, then head back.
Okay. It took you 15 minutes to find the book, 30 or 40 minutes for 3 to 1. We'll say probably about 30 minutes for that one. So it's been about we'll say 2 hours for you. So it's about 9 p.m. for you, Warren. Whenever we get back to you, Father White, probably the same thing after dinner and your conversations. It's probably gonna be about 9 p.m. Grandpa goes to bed early, so after dinner he'll end up saying, "Hey, you know, I'll bid you farewell." Me and my old self, you never can stay up late anymore these days. So, it's good to hear that you're back in town, and hopefully I'll see you in the morning or something like that. If you ever need help, let me know.
Yeah, I'll probably stop to see you first thing in the morning before I leave to do anything.
Sounds good. I'll see you in the morning, son.
Good night, Grandpa.
All right, so Kane, you rolled the lowest, so you're last. Bree, what are you trying to do? You guys, if you guys want to have a conversation on your walk there, Timmy's with you, Kane, of course. But Bree, Timmy, Kane, you guys are all walking there. You got probably like a 10 or 15-minute walk. If you guys want to have a slight conversation, maybe just kind of talk about either the capital or your intentions or stuff like that.
Anybody you want to kill or anything,
Got that murder instinct.
just girl talk.
Just straight up, just look at Kane. I'm gonna kill Magic.
Oh, okay. I already knew that. But yeah.
I'm gonna slap. I guess I'm short. So how tall is Timmy compared to me?
He is like 5'10", 5'11", normal height.
It's like a foot.
So I'm like 4'8", right? Something like that.
Yeah, I think you're like 4'8".
Look at your character sheet, dude.
Yeah, hold on.
How do you not know how tall you are, bro?
So I'm gonna slap him on the back. It's gonna be good to see you got yourself set up with. God damn it, I went southern.
Southern boy. Darn tootin'.
Getting ahead of myself.
You like okay?
At least you caught yourself.
It's like Glitter trying to do the British but not British voice.
Fucking, I gotta get back into the voice. Fuck it, whatever. Good to see you got some armor. Good man, getting some armor. Haha, you look good. See how well you can use it.
Thank you, Jorf. I think that was some good training from Kane here that someday I may be able to rival you.
We'll see about that.
he kind of chuckles after he said it, so you could it's actually probably the first time any of you, or I guess Kane and Bree, that you've ever seen Timmy actually maybe give like a shot, like a smile, a shy smile.
Oh, okay.
So,
By the way, Squire, how are you feeling?
honestly, I don't know. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen something of anything like this. This is insane.
Cities like this used to be common sight in the land of Acadia. This actually reminds me a lot like Myrmidonia before the orcs took it over.
Oh, I would love to see that place someday.
Master Dwarf, is this your first time in the capital?
This is my first extended stay in the capital.
Good.
Fair enough. To where are you going to? Are you looking to get your hammer fixed?
Yes, I must tend to this as soon as possible.
I'd agree. It is a mighty weapon.
It hurts my soul to see her damaged.
Your soul, it's your pride, you fool.
What was that? I couldn't hear you from way down there.
So all right, Bree, what are you trying to do here?
I'm gonna head to a blacksmith. I'm gonna go to the Mithril blacksmith.
Look for a hammer workshop, more or less.
Hammer workshop. Okay.
Okay.
Hammer workshop. I don't know how this sector is or district is set up.
You're good.
Hammers, hammers, and hammers.
Hammer time. So yeah, you break off from Kane. You be like, hey, this is where I'm going. You break off. Kane, you continue about your way. Bray, you walk in to this hammer shop, and inside, pretty well built, like 6'4" human. Again, well built.
Like
At least it's not an elf.
And
Good,
yeah,
I'm taller than him.
you see him actually like looking at a blade, kind of inspecting it. Not a blade, a hammer, kind of inspecting it. Like maybe he just got done forging in it or fixing it, and he's just trying to inspect maybe his work. And yeah, it takes. Are you going to say anything first, or do you wait a second?
Just a second. Just gonna wait a second.
You're going to wait a second. Okay. So he continues inspecting it for a second, and then he kind of looks up. I'm sorry, sir. What can I do for you?
Do you work in Mithril?
I fix.
No, I work in Bella Chulis, you dumbass.
I fix hammers. I'm the best at what I do. That's why I'm here.
We should put that to the test then. And I'm gonna just place my hammer on the table.
Sure. On the counter.
And it's clear as day that it's cracked, right?
It's pretty obvious, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. How did you manage this, Sir Dwarf? This is quite some hammer. How does one possess the ability to do this? You can't tell if he's insulting you or if he's complimenting you.
I shall regale you with the tale if you fix my hammer.
I will do my best. I see no problems inspecting this right at the moment. It may take a day or two. We don't find many mithril hammers around, of course, but I will do my best. Again, day or two. I'm assuming you do have coin, though.
How much would it be to repair this?
Let me take a look here. The extent of the damage. I'm the best at what I do. We're looking at probably about 100 gold.
Did I say that already? I just want you to know that I'm the best.
I'm the best at what I do.
Not tooting my own horn.
It's going to be about 100 gold here, Dwarf. It's pretty bad crack. I don't know. I don't even know how one manages this. But
great skill and accuracy.
Looking about 100 gold here.
Or lack of.
If you're
all right. Okay. Do you want it now or do you want it later?
I mean, I'll start first thing in the morning if you want to leave it here. When I come in, I'll start on it as long as it ain't super busy and I got to be out here tending to my customers. I'll be trying to somehow fix this poor
Will
hammer.
125 make it your top priority?
Absolutely, Sir Dwarf.
Okay, make it 125, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely, will do. Thank you, Sir Dwarf.
If you see anybody outside, tell them I'm the best.
Bree, are you wanting to do anything else?
Get a quickie.
Yeah, from that.
Number 6.
No, not really. I already did my armor last town, so
Okay. All right. Kane, let's jump to you, and then after we get done with you, we'll go ahead and take a quick 3 or 4 minute break. So, Kane, you're looking for an armor smith? Heavy armor. Okay. Yeah, you find a heavy armor shop. Obviously, when you walk in, you actually see a female dwarf behind the counter. She's polishing some of the armor. You walk in. Oh, what can I do for you?
Sounds just like Breezy. Oh God!
She's sitting there stroking her beard.
Jesus.
Are you a man or a woman?
What you could do for me is not look me in the eyes. That's okay.
Oh Jesus.
Yes. Are you the armor smith for this district?
I
am in need of some high quality plate armor.
You've come to the right place.
What metals do you have? What is the highest quality metal that you can smith heavy armor from?
You are very poor at asking questions, human. What metal do you want it made out of?
I apologize. I am not of this land. From where I hail, the highest quality armor that we have.
It doesn't take a wizard to notice you're not from this land.
Fair enough. The highest quality metals in our land was cold forged steel. I'm not familiar with this continent's metals, or if you have anything like cold forged steel.
you're you're looking for the best is what you're looking for.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right, full set. What are you looking for?
Full set.
I just pulls out a book, just flops on the table, opens it up, and she kind of like pushes the book towards you, and she says, "These are the prices." And yeah, she kind of gives you a minute or two to kind of take a look at it, make sure like this is something you're actually wanting to do. I don't think I actually have done armor price. I've done everything but fucking armor, of course, every time. So 146. So you're looking for full plate. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So she's gonna be like all right. It's 1,500 for full set charge. It's gonna be about 5,000 gold for you. We here in the capital, we only make the best.
I understand. How long will it take?
I've already got a set in the back. If they'll fit you, obviously I'll need to do measurements. Want to make sure it fits well. If the set in the back and if the if the lower set fits you in the back, it'll probably be 2 days tops. We don't,
I am currently working under the under the employment of fuck, what was his name? Was it Mayor Theo? Yeah, Mayor Theo. Under Lord Mayor Theo, and I hand her the piece of paper. I understand this will not cover it all, but how much would I pay after this?
You and your humans wanting discounts and shit.
We don't take you, see.
We don't like your kind around here.
It's gonna cost you 3,500 still.
Fair enough. If we can get it made in my size, then that'll be fine.
Of course. She's gonna bring out like a measuring tape, and she's gonna come around. She's gonna take her measurements. It's gonna take her 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, and
She's gonna feel you up as well.
yeah, Timmy's just
Sweet.
kind of looking at the armor on the wall and stuff like that she kind of just has on display that's not for sale. While she's doing that, and she's like, I believe the pants in the back will fit you. I'll double check the measurements on them, but again, 2 days time, it'll be ready.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And I take the paper back.
Okay. Pleasure doing business. Yeah, and you'll pay when you pick it up. You don't pay now.
Yeah, no.
So,
Oh, I don't pay for anything until I have something in my hand.
right.
God, that's dumb.
Anything else you're wanting to do?
No, actually, that's enough for me. I'm gonna head back to, I guess where everybody else is meeting up at. Where are we meeting up at? We didn't establish that. All right, I'm gonna continue wandering around.
I told you guys we were meeting in the morning, you bunch of dumbasses. Was nobody listening?
Well, since you
No,
didn't
I know that. I was talking about the nighttime. I'm just gonna wander around and.
Oh, you're on your own. For nighttime.
You were given an invite to a place. Actually,
I know.
So,
I know.
yeah.
I'm gonna go seek out other aristocrats.
Okay, fair enough. Everyone else.
Oh, fucking cool kids club.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll see what everyone's
Pretty
doing
much.
at nighttime. Breezy, I'm going to talk to you on break. I'm going to call you in a second.
Secret.
Yeah, secret. But yeah, we'll be back in just about 2 or 3 minutes. Just short break, guys. Unless you guys are trying to do something, let's go like 2 or 3 minute break, and we'll come back. So, be right back, guys.